So you know how to make a MILS road plate and you know how to ballast a train track. Now let's integrate them together to create a railroad crossing. Welcome back, friends. If you're new here, my name is John and I've been creating a video series to help you build a stronger foundation for your Lego city. And in this video, we're going to be combining two of the aspects, the MILS road plate and the ballasted train track, to create a Lego MILS railroad crossing. Let's get started. So to add a railroad crossing to your MILS road, you're going to start with your 32 by 32 base plate and go ahead and prepare it for the ballasted train track. Again, if you've seen my other videos, this is going to be super easy. Once you've prepared your base for the ballasted train track, it should look something like this, and then you'll go ahead and prepare your train tracks. Once you've prepped your track for this railroad crossing, it should look something like this. I'll go through it real quick to explain what I've done here. On the outside and inside here, I have 2x plates for added support. And on the front side here, you can see I've added a 1x8 plate on either side, so 4 of them total. And on the inside, on top of the track itself, I've also laid 1x8 plates here. Once this is prepped, you can go ahead and place it down on top of the base. And make sure it snaps into place. Once the railroad is in place, we'll go ahead and add the road in. For the road, you'll only need one road plate for this. You'll go ahead and place plates at the bottom for support, and I went ahead and tiled this off as well. You'll place this right in the center of the base plate, where it lines up with the bottom of the base plate. Once that's in place, we'll go ahead and work on the side roads and the sidewalks. For your side roads, you're gonna build these 18 studs long. They're gonna have dark bluish gray bricks, white plate, and dark bluish gray tile. There will be one area where you'll have a 1x2 dark bluish gray plate, which connects to a 1x2 Technic brick with 2 pinholes. You'll end up with 2 of these, and go ahead and place them right down next to the road plate that you have down. Now that the side roads are in, we'll go ahead and fill up the sidewalks. On the side road over here, I'm gonna go ahead and build a sewer drain. So if you remember from before, it's simply 2 plates, 2 grill elements, and a 1x2 plate. You're gonna stack them up and it'll look something like this. But I'm gonna place mine on the right side over here, 4 studs away from the bottom. Once that's in place, I'll go ahead and start working on the sidewalk. And I'll do this by laying down my bricks and Technic bricks that I need to support the plates that I'm gonna put on top. Remember, depending on the size of plates you're using to cover the area on top, the layout of the bricks below may vary. I'm gonna do this along both sides and go ahead and tile it off as well. Once your sidewalks are in place, it should look something like this. The way you place your tile may vary, but essentially it's just tile on top of plate supported by brick. Once you're done with the sidewalks down here, we'll go ahead and move to the top area and place sidewalks up there as well. Same concept here, tiles on top of plates supported by bricks. Personally, when I'm building these, I'm using a 4x6 dark bluish gray plate with some 2x3 bricks and a 1x2 Technic brick. On top, I'm using 2x2 light bluish gray tiles and 1x4. I'll do that on both sides so the sidewalk is continued on both sides. Once your sidewalks are all done, then we'll move on to the ramps. For the ramps, it's super simple. You're gonna use 4 of these ramp pieces, and underneath, you're gonna have 2x3 bricks to fit in this little gap on either side. When you place these in, it should line up perfectly on the top and bottom on both sides. Once you're done with this step, then we'll finish off the side over here and fill in these gaps on the road. To fill in the gaps on the top side over here, we're gonna be using a 2x3 brick with an offset 2x3 plate, a 1x2 slope piece, and a 2x2 dark bluish gray tile. You're gonna go ahead and create 2 of these and place them right next to the road plate on top. The top of the dark bluish gray tiles should line up perfectly with the sidewalk as well as the top of the ramp piece. On the road side, you'll do something very similar, but you won't need the 2x3 brick. For this one, you'll just need a 2x3 plate with the 2x2 slope piece and the 2x2 tile. You'll create 2 of these and go ahead and place them down on either side. Again, it should line up perfectly with the ramp pieces and the sidewalk. Now, all we need to do is fill in the gaps. I like to place 1x6 light bluish gray plates on either side of the sidewalk to help continue it. And I like to fill this area in here with 1x4 dark bluish gray tiles. Once you're done with that, we'll go ahead and move on the railroad track to finish that up. Our goal here is to make it level with the sidewalk and the ramps up here so that if cars were to go across or if minifigures were to walk across, it would be an even surface. So to do this, we need some 2x plate. Typically, I like to use 2x4 plates here. And what I like to do here is lay them perpendicular to how the tracks are laying. And you'll do this along the entire length of the train track. Once you're done, it should look something like this, and it adds an extra layer so that when we place tile on top of this, it'll be level with the sidewalks and the ramps. So I'll go ahead and start tiling it off now. I'm going to be using light bluish gray tiles over here to continue the sidewalk design, and then dark bluish gray tile in between here to continue the ramps and the road. And then again, light bluish gray tile over here. Typically for this area here, I'd be using 2x4 dark bluish gray tiles, but I'm running out of those. So I have a bunch of 2x2 dark bluish gray tiles I'm using instead. Once you're done tiling everything off, it should look something like this, and congratulations, you've successfully built yourself a railroad crossing with your MILS road plate. Remember, you can always add more detail to this too, like some railroad crossing signs, some gates, whatever it may be. It's your city, make it your own. And don't forget to check out the MILS calculator in the description below so you can figure out the exact number of pieces you need when building a MILS road plate, a curve plate, or ballasting your train tracks. If you found value in this video, please consider liking and subscribing for more LEGO content. If you have any questions or suggestions or tips of your own, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, stay creative and keep building. So you know how to make a root MILS? Creating a LEGO. We've been talking about. We've covered how to build a middle. We've been learning about how to build. We've been learning about